chair back. Smells like rain in that cheap hotel. I wear it like armor on bad day. Pretend if I turn, you'll be there as well.
Past the headlines, new car, new how, same grin. They're clapping in the ballroom, champagne on their skin. Quarters at a table with one loose leg. You're barefoot in my sweater, laughing at the eggs I burned again. Let 'em have the gold. I've got you. Empty room lights up in your shoes. They're chasing what they'll never prove. I'm rich in the way they can't undo. They can have a world in their view. I got what they don't. I got you. Trophies lined in rows, but they go home to quiet doors. We've got dishes in the sink, too much love to ever store. If this is all we ever own, hand in hand on broken stone, then let them keep their crowded view. I'll keep every sunrise next to you.
finally believe. I'm just trying to start a new life in a different time, where the clock runs slow and the past can't find me, where I don't wake up to the same old why. I'm just trying to start a new life in a different in time. Scroll through versions of the person I was, glitched in the glass, but it still looks like me. Save point stuck in a town I've outgrown, so I redraw the map on a napkin at 3. If I could bend the days like light, turn yesterday's weight into something bright, would I still look back or let the old frame fade to black? I'm just trying to start a new life in a different time, where the clock runs slow and the past can't find me, where I don't wake up to the same old why. I'm just trying to start a new life in a different time. Maybe it's not some distant year, maybe it starts right here, 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 right here. One deep breath, one small line between this minute and a different time.
Seatbelt clicks, dust on the dash, blue marble shrinking in the rear glass, star charts glowing on my skin. Every doubt I've ever had, leaning in.
All of these words, heavy as stone. Maybe your name is carved in the unknown. I'm going into Andromeda, looking for answers with your name on them, past every question that kept me awake.
its shadow across the deep.
What if the truth is nothing at all? Silence the only voice that will call.
If I touch that distant shore, will it feel like something more than empty sky? Than worn out hope. Then at last I tried, they couldn't cope. So I aim this fragile heart through 1,000 newborn stars. If there's a reason, show it clear, or just let me disappear.
tell you every time you're near, I lose my cool. All these crowded little sentences still avoid the simple truth. I wish that I could tell you, but the moment always slips right through. So I smile like it's nothing while I'm quietly If I saw its face, I'd put my body on the line. But it's just this weight, just this wind, just the space we're standing in.
Library lights blinked, page turned, world spun, floor turned into ocean. History came undone.
The ties that took us under, spun our names into the thunder.
From dusty lives to shouted cries, we carved our scars across the skies.
The tides that took us. Won't let go.
You woke up on a deck, salt stuck in your hair. I checked my own reflection, found braids that weren't there.
Gold stitched on my jacket, map burned in your palm. Cannons in the distance, and my feet turn calm.
We raised a flag, we stitched together stories. Black cloth, bright thread, all our broken glories.
You took the helm, I climbed the ropes. We traded doubt for stolen hopes. Arm in arm, back to back. Sea spray, heart attacks.
Every ship that blocked our way, just another wave to break.
I'm here. I'm really here. And it's louder than the fear. White sky, wide road I push on through. Every mile, every flake in my face pulls me closer, closer to your place. If it's the last thing that I ever do, I'll break the white out just to get to you. Headlights catch the swirling white, tiny ghosts that rush my face. Foam buzzing on the seat, your picture framed in silver haze. Gaslight flirting with the line, heartbeats counting down the miles. Talking to you in my head, swearing I can hear you smile. If I slide, if I spin, if the world just disappears, I will still keep leaning in. Through the fear, through the tears, because your porch light in my mind is the only star I see tonight.
kept a suitcase under your bed. Maps on the wall, pins in red. You said this town feels too small to you. I bought a coffee maker, matching plates, learned all the neighbors, knew their names. I said, I like knowing what's coming soon. You were counting borders, I was counting Sundays. Same room, two different runways. We were drawing our lives in opposite directions. Same love, different road, same sky, different lessons. You were chasing the unknown, I was planning a home. We were right for a moment, then wrong for forever. Guess love isn't enough when you're living two plans that can't live together. Summers in foreign towns, I circled dates when the lease ran out. You dreamed in airports, I dreamed in paint and stone. You said come with me, just buy the flight. I said stay with me, we'll build a light. Both of us hoping the other would fold. I was buying futures, you were buying tickets. Same hope, two different limits. We were drawing our lives in opposite directions. Same love, different road, same sky, different lessons. You were chasing the unknown, I was planning a home. We were right for a moment, then wrong for forever. Guess love isn't enough when you're living two plans that can't live together. Together, 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 together. See you in the grocery line, reading labels, laughing, wasting time. Then I blink and you're a photo with a far view. Maybe somewhere in another year we trade our fears instead of disappear. But in this one I had to let go of you. same horizon,
different side. Book the flight I always fear. Window seat, first row of clouds. Call my father from the gate. Said the quiet parts out loud. Tasted rain in some place warm. Burned my tongue on streetcar food. Took a picture of my hands so I'd remember what they do. I'm getting ready before he knocks. Checking off pages on this wrinkled list. Kissing old wounds, calling back lost friends. Leaving this life like it's one last gift. If the left unsent, but I still read them all. Old songs leak through the vents while the engines hum. I make peace with the things I can't outrun. You left in me. Between the spices and this old frying pan, time are ticking like my heartbeat. Steam fogs up the glass, tasting sauce with shaky fingers, praying that this feeling lasts. I'm making the best dinner for our first date, burning a little, but it is worth the wait. If I get the pasta right, will you stay late? I'm making the best dinner for our stay. Against my socks.
White room humming, numbers fall. Ink blue suit, my name on the wall. Last text sent, then the countdown starts. Breath on glass, fog over my heart. Slow drip, silver in my veins.
Close your eyes, you'll skip the pain.
Cold like winter under my skin. Someone whispers,
See you then.
stars stretch out and fold like paper. Voices blur into a single prayer. I feel the years begin to slide. All of history passing by. Fossil in the hallway tiles. Names half-eaten off the rusted files. Every door another missing page. I am walking through a vanished age.
Oh, I went to sleep and the world moved on. 40,000 years, now everyone is gone. I opened my eyes to an endless dawn. I don't know this place, but it's calling me on. Calling me on. Who built these lightless roads of glass? Who taught the rivers how to laugh? Did someone wait for me at all? Or did my future learn to crawl?
I plant my fear in foreign ground.
Hear a distant rising sound.
Not a voice I understand.
Still it reaches for my head.
All our friends dressed up, rows of chairs, close enough, mama cries. Cameras up, yeah, this day was made for us.
cues that entrance theme. Handshake, someone starts cheering. Every vow, loud and clear in every eye, every tear, every smile. Feels like the whole world's here for a while.
This is the greatest wedding of all time. Two last names on one bright sign. Every toast, every laugh, every wild dance line. We'll talk about tonight our whole lives. Yeah, this is the greatest wedding of all time. Asleep under tables, and tea spins on the floor. Unstable, best man spills half his speech. Still they kiss, crowd screams.
Cake on cheeks, dress, grass stains. Suit coat off, zero shame. Looking around like, how is this real? Every tiny moment, something we can feel.
This is the greatest wedding of all time. Two last names on one bright side. Every toast, every laugh, every wild dance line. We'll talk about tonight our whole lives. Yeah, this is the greatest wedding of all time.
Just you and me in a crowded room. Lights low, last song. Perfect tune. You say forever in my ear. I swear right there the whole world disappears.
Look at us. Two rings. One heartbeat. Everybody on their feet.
You were a shape in the doorway. I was a voice in the rain. Two separate storms in the same night, calling each other's names. You held your breath in the blackout. I learned to sleep through the fear. Didn't know who I was reaching for till I felt you near.
We were living in the dark. Couldn't see our faces. Only hearts beating loud in the empty spaces. You're the light in my shadows. I'm the spark in your sky. Every step that we take pulls us closer. You and I.
We were living in the dark. Now your glow feels right.
scars, but the same ache written across our hands.
You lift a lantern inside me. I draw a sunrise in you. Now every corner that scared us fades into something new.
Your hand in my hand, suddenly the rooms grow wider.
Your eyes in my eyes, every shadow standing lighter.
If the night falls again, we'll be brighter than before.
Two small flames together, more than we were alone.
He was counting change at midnight, bills in a pile on the floor, talking to the cracked old ceiling, asking what this fight is for. She was staring at the rear view, red eyes in a parking lot glow. Job gone, heart still bandaged, trying not to let it show. We were both going under.
I was holding my breath,
You were drifting through thunder,
so close to the edge.
two tired hearts, same broken song. Then your hand found mine and it all felt wrong. And right at once we were lost in the dark. Now you're my anchor in the storm. He laughs now, I almost vanished. Says he slept inside his car, learned the names of all the street signs, never thought he'd get this far. She smiles, I almost faded, says she packed up 3 whole times. But the night we spilled our stories, every scar began to shine. You asked, are you scared?
I said every single day.
But your voice in the quiet makes the shaking go away.
You said, can you stay? I said, I don't wanna run.
2 chipped up souls at the window, watching the same new sun. coffee in your hand. Platform 3, you'd nod like only you could understand. Grey sky breathing, we'd share a laugh about the rain. Different strangers, but the same time, same train.
Just a crooked smile, like a secret no one heard. You were there, I was there day after day. Now I scan the crowd and you've just
faded away. Same time, same train, but you're gone from my day. One year you changed your hair, I changed my job. You yawned, I learned your stop by heart, then your car. Missed one